money and the work. The more we got, the more we seen, it just was never gonna be enough. Ain't never gonna fix this room. Ain't never gonna fill the hole in our hearts. And maybe ain't never gonna be fun.
In the Power universe, we're on the brink of a thrilling new era with Power Origins and Power Legacy. But before we dive into that, we've got one last adrenaline rush coming our way, the final season of Raising Kanan. Honestly, I can't wait. This season isn't just the end of a story, it's the bridge that will directly shape Power Origins. So, how will Raising Kanan end? Today, we're breaking down the possible deaths, shocking twists, and how it all connects to Power Origins. Let's dive in. Possible deaths and big twists. Let's start with the moment everyone's been waiting for. Did Kanan really kill Rock? I honestly can't imagine Season 5 without Rock. Sure, Kanan is the main character, but Rock is just as pivotal to the story. If Rock were dead, it would spark an all-out war in Queens. Considering that the final war will likely happen at the end of the season, I think the chances of Kanan killing Rock in the Season 4 finale are next to zero. So why did Kanan shoot at Rock? It was probably a warning shot, a way for Kanan to sever ties and assert his independence, making it clear that Rock shouldn't cross his path again. Kanan's hesitation when pulling the trigger shows he doesn't fully believe Rock killed Fame and Crystal. He's using their deaths as an excuse to cut her off. Kanan's next move. Now that Kanan has turned his back on his family, his next moves will revolve around his new partner, Breeze. Right now, we're witnessing one of the biggest partnerships in the Power universe, and I'm thrilled to see Breeze finally take the spotlight. Behind his charm, Breeze is a mastermind, and his first stop to climb the Queen's ladder will be Unique. Unique wants Kanan and Breeze on his side, Kanan for his loyalty, and Breeze as leverage against Snaps and Pop. And when Unique exploits Kanan's emotional vulnerability, we could witness some of the most shocking deaths in Raising Kanan. Remember, Unique set Queens ablaze at the end of Season 4 and is hungry for revenge against Rock. By uncovering the Thomas family's weaknesses through Kanan, Unique could take them down one by one. I'm expecting a brutal showdown between Lulu and Unique, and Rock's death might hit in a profoundly emotional way. Some of you argue Rock can't die because Kanan mentions visiting her in the original Power. But consider this, maybe he visited her grave instead. And seriously, how much of what Kanan told Ghost can we really trust? The man despised Ghost. Lying was second nature. If Unique kills Rock dramatically, Kanan will likely realize his mistake and immediately take out Unique to avenge his mother. That would leave only Snaps and Pop standing between Kanan and control of Queens. Where does Breeze fit in? Snaps and Pop introduce Breeze as a ruthless, ambitious entrepreneur, hungrier for power than anyone else. Expect Breeze to team up with Unique, using Kanan to eliminate rivals while keeping his hands clean. Once the Thomas family and Unique are gone, Breeze will reveal the true killers of Fame and Crystal, Snaps and Pop themselves. A fully unhinged Kanan will strike without hesitation, leaving Breeze and Kanan as the new crime lords of Queens. And this is where we'll witness just how dangerous Breeze really is, using everyone as pawns to climb to the top. Imagine a character we've anticipated for years finally making this kind of impact. Jukebox's ruthless turn. Season 5 will also see Jukebox becoming even more merciless than Kanan. After drifting apart in the Season 4 finale, her split with Kanan will widen. When Unique eliminates the Thomas family, Jukebox won't forgive Kanan, fully transforming into the ruthless figure we know from Power. Remember, Jukebox and Kanan were never truly close. She was harsh even when he was on his deathbed. Holding Tar for ransom and refusing joint plans were proof. Get ready to see the Jukebox we've loved evolve into a full-blown villain. Connecting to Power Origins. Now for the most exciting part, how Raising Kanan sets the stage for Power Origins. Spence Moore and Charlie Mann, who play Ghost and Tommy in Power Origins, joined the cast after Season 5 filming wrapped, so we won't see them in the main story. But there could be a post-credit cameo, with Kanan witnessing Ghost and Tommy selling drugs on the streets. He might even introduce Ghost to Breeze, teasing the events of Power Origins. In Power Origins, the story starts with Tommy and Ghost, and later we'll see Kanan and Breeze's rise, directly linking the two series. When can we watch? No official release date yet, but Raising Kanan Season 5 is confirmed for 2026, with summer being the most likely window. Start counting down! Now it's your turn. What do you think will happen in the final season? Which deaths will shock us the most? And are you hyped for Power Origins? Let's discuss in the comments. The streets of Queens are about to erupt, and Raising Kanan Season 5 is teasing a world darker, bloodier, and more ruthless than ever. From the first trailer, you can feel the tension boiling, the power plays intensifying, and the lines between loyalty and betrayal vanishing. Kanan's empire is on the brink, and every glance, every move, every whisper in this sneak peek hints at shocking twists, explosive confrontations, and deaths that will change the course of the entire Power universe. The trailer doesn't just tease action. It promises chaos, heartbreak, and the rise of new players who will challenge everything we thought we knew about Kanan, Breeze, Rock, and the legacy of Queen's most feared families. If you think you're ready for this, think again, because what's coming in Season 5 is bigger, darker, and far more personal than anything we've seen before. The first trailer for Raising Kanan Season 5 immediately makes one thing clear. The stakes have never been higher, and Kanan's world is teetering on the edge of total collapse. From the very opening frames, tension radiates through Queens, as we see Kanan, now hardened, staring down not just rival crews, but the ghosts of his own past. Every glance at Rock, every quiet moment with family members, carries an unspoken warning that nothing, and no one, is safe anymore. Season 5 promises to explore Kanan's transformation more deeply than ever before, revealing just how far he's willing to go to secure power, loyalty, and revenge. The trailer hints at a city on the verge of war, where alliances are fragile, friendships are tested, and every decision can lead to betrayal or bloodshed. It's clear from the sneak peek that Kanan will not just be fighting outside threats. He will be confronting the betrayal within his own circle, the very people he thought he could trust. And this is what makes this season so electrifying. Unlike past seasons, the danger isn't just external, it's deeply personal. The emotional weight of the trailer is unmistakable. Kanan's hesitation, his anger, his fear, and his ambition all collide in ways that will test his loyalty, his intelligence, and his survival instincts. Breeze's presence in the trailer also signals that Kanan's world is expanding in ways that could completely alter the power dynamics of Queens. Breeze is not just a partner. He's a strategic mind, someone who can manipulate, plan, and use Kanan's emotional vulnerability to achieve his own ambitions. The trailer subtly hints at moments of collaboration between Kanan and Breeze, but with each shared scene, you can feel the tension building, suggesting that even in partnership, betrayal lurks in the shadows. Rock's trajectory is equally uncertain. The trailer doesn't answer whether she will survive the coming chaos, or whether her role in Kanan's life will lead to heartbreak or bloodshed. Her emotional connection to Kanan is palpable, and yet there's an underlying threat that their bond could be exploited or destroyed entirely by external forces or by decisions Kanan himself makes. Adding to this, the trailer teases glimpses of other powerful players, Unique, Snaps, Pop, and even Jukebox, each signaling that the traditional power structures in Queens are far from stable. Unique's thirst for revenge and control could ignite a series of conflicts that will push Kanan to the very edge. The trailer doesn't just hint at violence. It promises complex strategy, manipulation, and emotional warfare. Every cut, every pause in dialogue, and every expression captured in the trailer emphasizes suspense, keeping viewers on edge and leaving them questioning who will survive, who will fall, and how Kanan will navigate the treacherous streets he once ruled with confidence. Beyond the immediate drama, the trailer cleverly foreshadows how Raising Kanan Season 5 will connect to the larger Power universe, teasing the rise of characters like Breeze and setting the stage for Power Origins. The stakes are multi-layered. Queens itself is at risk of destruction, Kanan's personal relationships are at their breaking point, and the emergence of new alliances threatens to rewrite the rules of the game entirely. Season 5, as teased by this trailer, is not just a continuation, it's a reckoning. Each shot, each scene, and each line of dialogue is loaded with tension and implication, building a sense of impending doom that is impossible to ignore. The trailer teases explosive confrontations, clever manipulations, and betrayals that are as emotional as they are dangerous. Kanan's decisions in this season will have irreversible consequences, not just for him, but for everyone in Queens and beyond. As we watch him navigate this high-stakes game, it becomes clear that Raising Kanan Season 5 will be about more than survival. It will be about the cost of ambition, the weight of loyalty, and the destructive potential of revenge. Every moment in this trailer is a warning. Nothing is permanent, trust is fleeting, and power comes at a price that Kanan may finally be unable to pay. The first trailer already gives us a glimpse that Raising Kanan Season 5 is heading toward an explosive, unforgettable conclusion. And if the trailer is anything to go by, the streets of Queens are about to witness a war unlike anything we've seen before. Everything we've come to know about Kanan, his ambition, his loyalty, his ruthlessness, is being tested to its limits, and the endgame of this season will reveal just how far he is willing to go to secure his legacy. From the trailer, it's clear that no one is safe. The Thomas family, Rock, Lulu, and even peripheral players like Snaps and Pop are all caught in a storm that is as unpredictable as it is deadly. Kanan's choices will define not only who survives, but also how Queens itself is reshaped in the aftermath. The trailer teases moments of tension where Kanan's hesitation and emotions clash with his desire for dominance, particularly in scenes that suggest confrontations with Rock or other family members. There's a palpable sense that these conflicts will lead to devastating consequences, potentially culminating in the death of key characters, whether through betrayal, revenge, or miscalculated moves. The trailer hints that Kanan's turning point may be tied to the revelation of who is truly responsible for the deaths of Fame and Crystal, an event that has haunted him since the beginning. Breeze's involvement in Kanan's rise is underscored in the trailer, showing the calculated way he guides Kanan through emotional traps and dangerous situations. Breeze is positioned as a master manipulator, orchestrating events so that Kanan does the dirty work while Breeze remains untouchable. And this dynamic sets up some of the season's most shocking and tragic moments. Unique's looming presence adds another layer of tension. The trailer suggests that his vendetta against Rock and the Thomas family will spark a brutal series of confrontations, forcing Kanan to make impossible choices that could cost lives and destroy alliances. There's also the chilling foreshadowing that some of the most emotional deaths might not be from the external enemies, but from internal betrayal. The trailer shows Kanan standing over the aftermath of violence, hinting at the emotional toll these events will take on him, and suggesting that his transformation from ambitious teenager to hardened crime lord is now nearly complete. Jukebox's trajectory is equally foreshadowed in the sneak peek. The trailer emphasizes her growing ruthlessness and how the rift between her and Kanan is widening, signaling that her actions could play a decisive role in the climactic events of the season. She is no longer just a background player. She is emerging as a key architect of chaos, someone whose personal vendettas and strategic moves may intersect with Kanan's plans in unpredictable ways. Another striking aspect revealed in the trailer is the emotional weight of Rock's character. The tension between Kanan and Rock is highlighted repeatedly, and the trailer seems to suggest that their relationship could end tragically, with Kanan potentially forced to confront his own role in the fallout. Whether Rock survives or becomes a casualty of Queen's brutal power struggles, her presence in the finale is clearly central to Kanan's journey, and the trailer makes it clear that this final season will deliver heartbreak alongside the action. Adding to the suspense, the trailer teases the idea that Kanan's journey will ultimately pave the way for Power Origins, signaling that his decisions here will ripple forward, shaping the next era of the Power universe. The trailer hints at a post-credits moment or a subtle connection, suggesting that the seeds for Ghost and Tommy's storylines are being planted right alongside Kanan and Breeze's rise. Every frame implies that Raising Kanan's ending is not just about personal revenge or survival, it's about setting the stage for the larger criminal empire and the shifting power dynamics of Queens. In essence, the trailer communicates that the final season will balance heartbreak, betrayal, strategy, and raw ambition, leading to a finale that is as inevitable as it is shocking. The streets of Queens are not just dangerous, they are alive with tension, and Raising Kanan's ending promises to be the ultimate reckoning for Kanan, Breeze, Rock, and the entire Thomas family. From the trailer, it's evident that the conclusion will leave fans questioning everything: who survives, who falls, and who will ultimately control Queens when the dust settles. The trailer does not just tease action, it teases consequences, making it clear that this season's ending will be the turning point that shapes the future of the Power universe forever. The first trailer doesn't just tease chaos in Queens. It drops subtle hints that Raising Kanan Season 5 is laying the foundation for the next chapter of the Power universe, Power Origins. From the opening scenes, it's clear that Kanan's journey this season isn't just about surviving rival gangs or consolidating his own power. It's about setting the stage for the rise of a new generation of players, characters whose actions in Queens will ripple far beyond the streets we've known. The trailer hints that Breeze's introduction is far more than a temporary partnership. He is being positioned as the architect behind the scenes, a manipulator who will guide Kanan while simultaneously building connections to the future criminal landscape that we will later see in Power Origins. Each calculated move, each whispered conversation, and each decision Kanan makes under Breeze's influence seems designed to prepare him for the bigger, more dangerous world ahead. The sneak peek suggests that characters we've loved and feared in Raising Kanan will directly influence the formation of the alliances, rivalries, and power structures that shape Power Origins. For instance, the trailer teases scenes where Kanan is faced with moral dilemmas, moments where his choices could either protect or destroy those around him. These decisions will not only determine who survives in Queens, but also who has the ability to rise in the criminal underworld that Ghost and Tommy will eventually navigate. One of the most intriguing hints in the trailer is the potential post-credits or hidden scene involving a young Ghost and Tommy. Though brief, it shows that these characters are already selling drugs on the corners, unaware of the larger power plays happening just blocks away. The trailer cleverly suggests that Kanan and Breeze's rise will intersect with these early hustlers, foreshadowing the moment when they finally meet in Power Origins. Kanan's tactical brilliance and emotional volatility, combined with Breeze's cunning, will likely shape the way they interact with Ghost and Tommy, setting up the mentor-mentee dynamic and the eventual alliances and rivalries that fans of the Power universe are eager to see. The trailer also teases the evolution of power dynamics within Queens itself. The fall of the Thomas family, the potential deaths of key players like Rock or Unique, and the elimination of rival threats are all hinted at in the sneak peek, suggesting that Kanan's actions will directly clear a path for Breeze, Ghost, and Tommy to rise in the criminal world. This is more than just speculation. The trailer visually signals that Kanan's decisions are strategic setups for future storylines, showing us a young crime lord in training whose moves are shaping an empire that will eventually touch every corner of the Power universe. What's particularly fascinating is how the trailer frames Breeze as a bridge between Raising Kanan and Power Origins. His intelligence, manipulation, and ability to control Kanan's emotional vulnerabilities suggest that he will play a pivotal role in introducing Kanan to the larger world of organized crime, while simultaneously setting the stage for the emergence of Ghost and Tommy as future leaders. Every moment Breeze is on screen in the trailer carries a sense of long-term calculation, hinting that his influence will be felt well beyond Season 5 and into the narrative of Power Origins. Additionally, the trailer teases subtle visual cues and story beats that fans of the original Power series will recognize, like the early hints of the Queen's drug trade, the tension between rival crews, and the strategic moves that mirror the rise of the crime empire we see in later series. These connections are not accidental. They are narrative breadcrumbs carefully placed to reward longtime fans while building anticipation for the next chapter. The trailer also emphasizes that Kanan's personal journey, his ambition, his loyalty struggles, and his thirst for revenge is intrinsically tied to these larger connections. How he handles Rock, Breeze, and the remaining players in Queens will directly influence the world that Ghost and Tommy inherit, making every action in Season 5 feel meaningful and consequential. In essence, Raising Kanan Season 5 is not just concluding Kanan's story, it is actively shaping the origin of the Power universe's next generation. The trailer shows that the seeds for Power Origins are already being sown in Queens, with alliances being forged, betrayals taking root, and lessons in power and survival being learned in real time. This season is positioning Kanan as a pivotal link between the past and the future, a character whose evolution will explain why the streets, the players, and the criminal dynamics in Power Origins look and feel the way they do. Watching the trailer, it becomes clear that the storylines are intertwined. The rise of Breeze, the emotional and moral battles Kanan faces, the potential losses and brutal confrontations, all of it is building toward a seamless connection to the next series. The final moments teased in the trailer suggest that by the end of Season 5, Kanan will have transformed into the force that directly shapes the events of Power Origins, creating a bridge that links his story to the new world of Ghost, Tommy, and the Empire yet to come. Fans are left on edge, knowing that the trailer hints at more than just a season finale. It's the launchpad for the next era of the Power universe. The first trailer makes one thing painfully clear. No one is safe in Raising Kanan Season 5, and the looming threat of death hangs over every character like a storm cloud ready to explode. From the opening moments, the tension between Kanan, Rock, Breeze, and Unique suggests that the final season will be brutal, with betrayal, revenge, and power struggles driving characters to their breaking points. Based on the trailer and the story beats teased, it's hard not to imagine that Rock is walking a razor's edge. Her bond with Kanan makes her central to the story, yet it also makes her vulnerable. The trailer hints at moments where Kanan's hesitation and emotional conflict come into play, which raises the chilling possibility that Rock could be caught in the crossfire, either by Unique's vengeance or by the calculated moves of Breeze. Speaking of Unique, the trailer teases his relentless drive for revenge and domination, making him a prime candidate to cause the season's most shocking deaths. His thirst for control, combined with Kanan's emotional manipulation, could lead to a sequence of confrontations where the Thomas family is systematically dismantled, either through violent attacks or through carefully orchestrated betrayal. The trailer also suggests that Lulu's arc could end tragically. Her defiance against Unique, coupled with her loyalty to Rock, positions her as a potential victim in a brutal showdown that would leave an emotional scar on the audience and further push Kanan toward his darker transformation. But it's not just the older generation at risk. The trailer hints that newer players introduced this season, including ambitious side characters who align with Breeze or Unique, could also meet untimely ends, reinforcing the brutal nature of Queen's streets and the high cost of power. Breeze himself is a wild card. The trailer makes it clear that his cunning and ambition are unmatched, yet his reliance on Kanan to execute his plans also exposes him to danger. While Breeze may not die, the trailer implies that the path he sets in motion could trigger multiple casualties, particularly among those who underestimate his influence or attempt to challenge his rise. The biggest question hanging over the season, as teased in the trailer, is whether Kanan himself will remain unscathed. He has always walked a dangerous line between ambition and emotion, and the trailer hints that the culmination of betrayals, emotional hits, and revenge arcs may finally test him to his limits. While Kanan's survival seems likely for narrative reasons, the trailer suggests that the losses he experiences will be devastating, forcing him to confront the consequences of his choices in ways that could fundamentally change his character by the end of the season. One of the most chilling aspects of the trailer is the subtle foreshadowing of deaths that feel inevitable, yet emotionally gut-wrenching. Rock, Lulu, and possibly even key figures like Snaps or Pop could fall in moments designed to shock, anger, and devastate both Kanan and the audience. The trailer hints at these events without fully showing them, leaving viewers on edge and building suspense that will make every episode feel like a countdown to tragedy. Jukebox's trajectory, also teased in the trailer, could play a pivotal role in these outcomes. Her growing ruthlessness and divergence from Kanan signal that she might either become an indirect cause of deaths or a witness to the carnage, cementing her transformation into a true villain by the season's end. The trailer's careful framing of Kanan's confrontations, his interactions with Rock, and the looming presence of Unique and Breeze all point toward a season finale that will combine strategy, emotional reckoning, and gut-punching losses. Each death, whether by betrayal, revenge, or miscalculation, will not just serve shock value. It will push Kanan closer to the hardened, unrelenting figure we see in Power Origins, making the pain and loss feel like essential steps in his evolution. The trailer also emphasizes that while deaths are certain, the timing and execution of these moments will be both unpredictable and emotionally charged, keeping fans guessing until the very last minute. From subtle hints to direct confrontations, it's clear that Raising Kanan Season 5 is prepared to rewrite the rules of the series, eliminating characters whose presence once defined Queen's streets, while simultaneously shaping the survivors, especially Kanan and Breeze, into the figures who will dominate the next era of the Power universe. By the end of the trailer, the message is clear. No alliance is safe, no loyalty guaranteed, and no one is beyond the reach of death. This season will challenge every expectation, leaving fans on the edge of their seats, theorizing who will survive, who will fall, and how Kanan will emerge from the chaos, scarred, wiser, and ready to shape the future. The trailer leaves us with a sense of urgency, excitement, and anticipation. But one of the biggest questions on every fan's mind is, when can we finally dive into Raising Kanan Season 5? While the official release date hasn't been confirmed yet, Reports and industry rumors suggest that 2026 is the year fans will finally witness the explosive conclusion of Kanan's story. The timing feels perfect. Summer 2026 seems like the ideal window for the series to drop, capturing both the intensity of the final season and the excitement leading into Power Origins. What the trailer makes abundantly clear is that the wait will be worth it. Viewers should expect a season that pushes every character to their absolute limits, with suspense, drama, and shocking twists packed into every episode. The sneak peek teases a narrative that is bigger, darker, and more emotionally charged than anything we've seen before in the Power universe. Fans should prepare for a relentless pace, where alliances shift in an instant, deaths hit hard, and betrayals feel personal. The trailer also suggests that this season will answer long-standing questions while creating new mysteries, particularly about Kanan's transformation and the eventual rise of Breeze as a central power player. Every interaction, every calculated move, and every tense stare in the trailer is a hint that Season 5 will not only conclude raising Kanan, but also seamlessly connect to the next chapter of the franchise, Power Origins, setting up storylines and relationships that will carry forward for years to come. Expectations should be high for emotional payoff. Rock's fate, Lulu's defiance, Unique's revenge, and Jukebox's ruthless evolution are all teased in the trailer, and these arcs promise to be both tragic and transformative. Viewers should also brace themselves for the psychological depth of Kanan's journey. The trailer shows a man who is both haunted and hardened by the consequences of his past, yet still ambitious enough to pursue the ultimate control over Queens. Every betrayal, death, and victory in this season is a step toward creating the crime empire that will define the Power universe in the next series. The trailer also cleverly sets up fan theories and speculation, inviting viewers to analyze every glance, every line, and every pause in dialogue, as these subtle cues hint at who might survive, who might fall, and what strategic moves will define the power dynamics in the finale. From the trailer, it's clear that Raising Kanan Season 5 will balance raw, gritty action with emotional depth, making every episode feel like a countdown to an inevitable and shocking conclusion. The anticipation is intensified by the knowledge that this is Kanan's final chapter in Queens, and every moment carries weight, not just for him, but for the legacy he leaves behind and how it will ripple into Power Origins. Fans should prepare for surprises, heartbreak, and moments that will leave them talking long after the credits roll. The trailer sets expectations high. This is not a season for casual viewers. Every death, twist, and alliance is designed to test the audience, to challenge their predictions, and to deliver the thrilling payoff that the Power universe has promised. By the time Season 5 drops, fans will be fully immersed in a world of emotional intensity, strategic brilliance, and ruthless ambition, where Kanan, Breeze, and the remaining players fight for control, survival, and the legacy that will shape the streets of Queens for generations. The trailer teases the perfect combination of suspense, action, and narrative payoff, leaving us with one undeniable conclusion. Raising Kanan Season 5 is poised to be the most electrifying, heart-wrenching, and consequential season yet, and the countdown has already begun.